wonder if I can hit it with a grenade from here.
It goes in your weapon, yes?
Yeet! Oh! Uh-oh! Uh-oh! So, demon hosts are no bloody joke in Darktide. They are exactly what it says on the tin, a host for a demon, a new boss variant added into Darktide just in time for today's official release, and they're absolutely terrifying. Like the witch enemy type from Left 4 Dead, you can avoid them if you want to, but you know someone in your squad, right? Probably you, more than likely you, will look at this enemy and say, feck it, let's have some fun and see who survives, followed by a lot of frantic running around and fighting, and eventually maybe some name calling as well. So a demon host is an entity of the warp bound to a mortal being in order to bind that demon to someone else's will, basically take control of it. Normally, chaos cultists will give themselves up for this type of sacrifice, but the host will go insane and eventually death is their only mercy. So, you're really doing them a favour, aren't you? And although their body may look human for a while after being invaded by this host, eventually it will change and decay. Now these are regarded as heresy of the highest order, and I can feckin' see why, right? This thing slapped the purple out of me, running about with my tail between my legs. My Ogren may not be smart enough to count past 4, but he was smart enough to run away after throwing the feckin' box of grenades at it, but not smart enough to not throw the feckin' grenades in the first place. That's right, I'm blaming the Ogren. Now every time we encountered one of these bosses, 3 in one mission I might add at one time, every time we fought one, at least one squad member died. Now the demon hosts show up more often in the lights out mission types in the bowels of Tertium City and will be easy to stumble across. It's a body kneeling down inside a shrouded smoky area and you will hear the whispering, shoot it or get close to it and it elevates, portals to someone and proceeds to kick their arse. Now when you hear the whispering it is very unsettling, but the audio and visuals is something that Darktide has absolutely nailed, and I would recommend this game to anyone who is a fan of shooters and co-op horde styled games with a loot or grind element to them. Now from what I was told after fighting the demon host for the first time, it is possible for an Ogren with a shield to help cheese this by gaining aggro, backing into a wall, and then using the special ability of the shield where you plonk it down on the ground like a shield wall and it stops all incoming damage. But all I had was a cleaver and a dream and some skin and the ability to run the feck away. So some of us of course in the squad died, but we eventually extracted and no one of real value was lost. But do let me take a minute outside of the Darktide game itself to just say this. Now, I've been dipping my toes in the Warhammer universe for a little over a year now with the Horus Heresy audiobooks, and now I'm listening to Cadia Stands. I've got Eisenhorn to look at next, but this universe is all just death, destruction, war, fighting, undying loyalty from one madman to the next. In this case, it's a host deep in the bowels of Tertium that you have to hunt down. The Hive City, of course, and I feckin' love it. I can see why Warhammer has such a huge following. It's bloody madness, but brilliance at the same time. Have a great day. Enjoy Darktide if you jump into it today. Like I said, it does go live. And as always, thanks for watching.